The Arizona sun was a warm embrace, casting a golden hue over the vast, rugged landscape. As Caitlin Clark stepped off the plane, she felt the dry heat wrap around her like a comforting blanket. Thanksgiving weekend had arrived, and this year it was time for something different, something extraordinary. Family time was calling, but not in the usual Iowa cornfields. This year the desert was their canvas, a new backdrop for cherished memories. The vast expanse of the desert, with its unique flora and fauna, offered a sense of adventure and discovery. Caitlin felt a wave of gratitude wash over her as she took in the breathtaking scenery. The past year had been a whirlwind of basketball triumphs and personal milestones, each victory a testament to her hard work and dedication. A break was needed, a moment to breathe and reconnect with herself and her loved ones. Arizona, with its wide-open spaces and laid-back vibe, was the perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of her daily life. The familiar scent of her mum's pumpkin pie filled the air, mingling with the earthy aroma of the desert. As laughter echoed through the house, stories were shared and board games were played, creating a symphony of joy and togetherness. For a little while, the pressures of being Caitlin Clark, basketball phenomenon, faded away, replaced by the simple pleasures of family life. She was just Caitlin, a daughter, a sister, a girlfriend, grateful for the love that surrounded her and the moments that made life beautiful. There was something magical about being away from the familiar, something that allowed her to see her life from a new perspective. It allowed her to reflect on her accomplishments and the journey that had brought her here, to this moment of peace and clarity. The constant drive, the unwavering dedication, it was all worth it, but sometimes a little reminder of what truly mattered was needed to keep her grounded. And in that moment, surrounded by family, under the warm Arizona sun, Caitlin knew exactly what mattered most: love, connection, and the simple joys of life. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Caitlin felt a profound sense of contentment. They gathered around a campfire, toasting marshmallows and sharing stories under the vast, star-studded sky, each moment a treasure. The desert night was cool and serene, a perfect contrast to the day's warmth, and Caitlin felt at peace, her heart full of gratitude. As the weekend came to a close, Caitlin knew that this Thanksgiving would be one she would always remember, a time of sunshine and gratitude in the Arizona desert. The rhythm of dribbling, the swish of the net, these were the sounds that usually dominated Caitlin's life. The court was her sanctuary, a place where she felt most alive, where every bounce of the ball was a heartbeat, every swish a breath. But this weekend, the soundtrack was different. It was a symphony of laughter and love, a melody of togetherness that played in the background of her mind. It was the sound of her nieces and nephews giggling, their innocent joy infectious, filling the air with a lightness that was hard to ignore. The clinking of glasses during family dinners, each toast a celebration of being together, of shared memories and new ones being made. The quiet conversations under a star-filled desert sky, where words were whispered and secrets shared, creating bonds that were as strong as they were silent. Don't get her wrong, basketball was never far from her mind. It was her passion, her drive, the thing that kept her going through the toughest times. It was woven into the fabric of her being, a part of her identity that she could never fully set aside. But for these few precious days, she allowed herself to embrace the joy of simply being, to let go of the pressures and expectations and just be present in the moment. There was a sense of peace that settled over her as she watched her family interact, their love for each other evident in every glance, every shared joke. Their love for each other evident in every glance, every shared joke. It was a reminder of what truly mattered in life. It reminded her of the importance of nurturing those bonds, of making time for the people who mattered most. Because in the end, it was these moments that would stay with her long after the final buzzer had sounded, of making time for the people who mattered most. The ones who had been there from the beginning, who had seen her at her best and her worst and loved her just the same. Because at the end of the day, when the roar of the crowd faded, when the lights of the stadium dimmed, it was the love and support of her family that grounded her. It was the love and support of her family that grounded her. They were her anchor, her safe harbor in the stormy seas of life, and for that she was eternally grateful. The energy in the arena was palpable. But this time, Caitlin wasn't the one on the court. She was perched in the stands, a sea of northwestern purple surrounding her. Her boyfriend, Connor McCaffrey, was playing for the opposing team, butler, and Caitlin was his biggest cheerleader. She watched intently as Connor moved with grace and precision, his passion for the game evident in every play. She knew the dedication it took, the sacrifices he made, and her heart swelled with pride. The game was a nail-biter, each possession fiercely contested. Caitlin found herself on the edge of her seat, her competitive spirit ignited. Even though she wasn't the one playing, she felt every basket, every turnover, deep in her core. The final buzzer sounded and Butler emerged victorious. Caitlin jumped to her feet, a wide smile on her face. She couldn't wait to celebrate with Connor, to share in his triumph. A simple act of love, a girlfriend supporting her boyfriend, unexpectedly took the internet by storm. Caitlin's presence at the Butler game didn't go unnoticed. Cameras caught her cheering enthusiastically in the stands, her face a mixture of excitement and pride. The images spread like wildfire on social media, fans marveling at her down-to-earth nature and genuine support for Connor. The story resonated with people because it was a reminder that even amidst the fame and the pressure, love and support were universal languages. Caitlin wasn't just a basketball star in that moment, she was a girlfriend cheering on her man. And that authenticity, that raw emotion, was something everyone could connect with. Section 5, Courtside with the Clarks, a Thanksgiving NBA spectacle. Thanksgiving Day arrived, and the Clark family traded the desert landscape for the electric atmosphere of an NBA game. The Phoenix Suns were hosting the Golden State Warriors, and the Clarks had front-row seats. Caitlin, dressed in a stylish outfit and a radiant smile, was a magnet for attention. Fans whispered excitedly, eager to catch a glimpse of the basketball phenom. Even NBA stars weren't immune to her star power. Steph Curry, the Warriors' sharpshooting point guard, acknowledged her presence with a nod and a wave. His wife, Aisha Curry, leaned over to chat with Caitlin, a moment of mutual respect and admiration passing between them. The game itself was a showcase of basketball prowess, a fast-paced battle between two of the league's best. But for Caitlin, the highlight was sharing this experience with her family, creating memories that would last a lifetime. There's Section 6. From hardwood to fairway, Caitlin's hidden talent. The day after Thanksgiving, Caitlin traded her basketball shoes for golf spikes. She had a secret weapon in her arsenal, a surprisingly good golf swing. The Arizona sun beat down as she stepped onto the tee box, her eyes focused on the green ahead. With a smooth, fluid motion, she sent the ball soaring through the air, her competitive spirit burning bright even on the golf course. Laughter filled the air as the Clarks engaged in some friendly competition. Caitlin held her own, her natural athleticism translating surprisingly well to the greens. It was a reminder that she wasn't just a one-dimensional athlete, but a well-rounded individual with a passion for life beyond the basketball court. Section 7. Hometown hero pardoning turkeys and inspiring Iowans. As the weekend drew to a close, Caitlin found herself back in her home state of Iowa. But this wasn't just any ordinary return. She had been invited to participate in a time-honored Thanksgiving tradition, the pardoning of the turkeys. Standing in front of a crowd of cheering Iowans, Caitlin couldn't help but feel a surge of gratitude for her home state. She had traveled far and wide, achieved incredible things, but Iowa would always hold a special place in her heart. It was where her love for basketball blossomed, where she learned the value of hard work and determination. And now she had the opportunity to give back, to inspire a new generation of young athletes to chase their dreams. Section 8. A legacy beyond the court. Family gratitude and giving back. As Caitlin boarded the plane back to reality, she couldn't help but reflect on the whirlwind that was Thanksgiving weekend. The memories of the past few days swirled in her mind, each one bringing a smile to her face. It had been a journey filled with family, laughter, and unexpected adventures. The warmth of her family's embrace and the joy of shared moments had made the holiday truly special. She had cheered on her boyfriend, feeling the rush of excitement as he played his heart out on the field. The energy of the crowd and the thrill of the game had been infectious. Shared laughs with her family, reminiscing about old times and creating new memories. The sound of their laughter echoed in her mind, a reminder of the love that bound them together, and even pardoned a turkey or two. The light-hearted ceremony had been a fun and meaningful way to give thanks and celebrate the holiday, but most importantly, she had reconnected with the things that truly mattered: love, gratitude, and the unwavering support of her loved ones. These moments of connection had filled her heart with a deep sense of appreciation. Caitlin knew that her journey was far from over. The road ahead was filled with challenges and opportunities, and she was ready to face them with determination and resilience. There were more games to be played, each one a chance to push her limits and showcase her skills. The court was her arena, and she was eager to continue her pursuit of excellence, more victories to be won. The taste of success was sweet, but it was the journey and the effort that made it truly rewarding. But she also knew that her legacy would be defined by more than just her accomplishments on the court. It was the impact she made off the court that would truly define her. It would be defined by her kindness, her humility, and her unwavering commitment to using her platform for good. She understood the power of her influence and was determined to use it to make a positive difference. And her unwavering commitment to using her platform for good, whether it was through charity events, community service, or simply being a role model, Caitlin was dedicated to giving back and inspiring others. And as she looked towards the future, she did so with a heart full of gratitude and a spirit ready to embrace all that lay ahead. The experiences of the past had shaped her, and she was excited for the journey that awaited.